What are you waiting for?
Come join the Geek Drums Nation. What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. Welcome to today's video. This is another video on Superman and Lois. Just, one of the few straggler videos that I want to put out about this amazing show that we just said goodbye to Monday night. Now, if you are new here, please like, share, and subscribe. And help me get my monetization status back. Just become a subscriber today and join in on the fun podcast every Tuesday. A lot of other fun stuff coming up with all the new content that's about to drop. I'm trying to branch out and expand to more than just comic books and pop culture stuff. So yeah, well, join me, why don't you? But today I want to talk about some of the, I'm not even going to call them crazy theories because everybody is entitled to their opinions, but I want to talk about some of the theories that I heard over the past few weeks about this final season, about what people thought may have happened. And I'll just voice why I didn't think they were going to happen. Honestly, some of the Facebook groups I'm a part of, some people on Twitter, Threads, all over social media, they had some really insane theories at times, and some that were pretty good. So I just want to talk about a few. And honestly, mainly what I wanted to happen this season did happen. I kind of did predict a lot of things. Like on Twitter the other day, I did say everybody dies. I kind of was spot on with that. I did not expect that to be what happened. I was clearly joking, but hey. So let's just dive right into some of these theories. A lot of the mystery and discourse of the season was the heart of the matter, Clark's heart. Everybody knew that they were doing the Death of Superman storyline and all that other stuff, but they did not expect Doomsday to scoop Clark's heart out of his chest. Now, after that happened, we see Lex Luthor take the heart, pull it out of a little box, and squash it in front of Jordan, who he had just captured. Now, what I want to say to that is, the one theory that was going around that I thought was hilarious was Lex Luthor did not squash the heart. You cannot squash a Kryptonian heart. You cannot just step on it. The heart should be invulnerable. Yada yada yada. Kryptonian hearts work differently. That was theory and rumor number one, that wasn't the real heart that he stepped on. Now, my whole issue with that was, y'all think Lex Luthor is walking around here just harvesting hearts? And what would he do with said heart? Now, me personally, I always thought he squished the heart. I always thought that was the case. This Lex Luthor is clearly unhinged. He's not a genius. He's just a megalomaniac with an axe to grind, and he's out for revenge. Squashing the heart in front of Clark's son literally made so much sense because he wants to hurt them psychologically, and he came after Jordan first because he knew Jordan was weak. So that being a theory that that wasn't the real heart that he squashed, I mean, it's fun to toy around with, but ultimately it did not make sense. And you may be saying, Geek Drums, it's a fantasy show, they can make anything happen that they want to. Yes, what am I trying to say? Yes, they could have possibly done that, but it was, me personally, it just didn't make much sense to me. So number two, Lex took the heart for himself. He put it in his chest, and he will develop superpowers. In all my years of watching superheroes, I've never known organs to give people powers, especially Kryptonians. I've never known a Kryptonian's power to come from their heart. And when I challenge people on this theory, they say, well, if his power is not coming from his heart, then why is Superman slowly losing his powers? And to that I had to say, the heart's not causing him to lose his powers. He died. He still had his powers. He just didn't come back as powerful as he was before. He's slowly becoming human because he has a 60-year-old human heart in his chest. We saw what happened when he went and got fully charged at the sun, hearing back to full strength, flying faster than ever, punches landing harder than ever. He was back at full strength. He needed a sun dip. That's all I got to say about that one. He needed a sun dip. And then a lot of other people say that Lex put the heart in his chest because they couldn't understand why Lex would be having a panic attack. Well, he was having a panic attack because, well, first of all, he literally explained what was going on. He wasn't in control in the moment. He doesn't like not being in control. Again, organs don't give you powers. And I thought that was a really funny theory. Like, if they did figure out a way to give Lex powers, that would have been cool. But another way that theory is disproven is if the Kryptonian heart gave him Superman's powers, what would he need with a Lexo warsuit? What would he need with a suit that's lined with kryptonite? Because if you have Superman's powers, you also gain his weaknesses. Call me crazy. But yeah, you get his powers, you gain his weaknesses. But that's just me, though. That's just me. So, moving on. Another crazy theory. They're going to take Bizarro, they're going to take Doomsday's heart and put it in Clark's chest. This is the one that irritated me the most. And like I said, everybody is entitled to their opinion, but some of these are just insane. And I'm glad that I was right in my logical thinking. Now you may say again, Geek Jones, how can you think logically about a fantasy science fiction superhero show? Well, because Kryptonian biology is still a thing. You think that Clark's AI mom, that the Fortress could figure out how to transplant a mutated inverse heart into Clark's chest and make it work? Not only that, the fact that even before he died at the hands of Anderson, he had been poisoning his body with kryptonite, which is our Clark's weakness. So not only is that heart poisoned with kryptonite, now mutated, now inversed on the wrong side of the body, probably larger than usual because of all the death and resurrection, the man was a zombie. And some people said he wasn't. Bro, he literally almost ate Otis's face. He was eating dead cows and whatnot. Why would anybody think that worked? She couldn't even figure out how to fix him back in season 2. She couldn't figure out how to turn him back into a normal, into a normal Superman. So why do y'all think the AI would fix that? She couldn't fix the basic thing. Why would she be able to fix this? Why would that be an option? Someone, oh, well, yeah, because that's Kryptonian heart. Yeah, but that body is also used to being powered by red sunlight. So one would figure that maybe the organs work the same way. So even if the heart did fit, I think that would have permanently depowered Clark. But again, that's just me. That's just my thinking. If you wanted to think that, I'm sorry that did not happen for you. Well, I'm not sorry that did not happen. I'm glad it didn't happen because it wouldn't have made sense. Again, that's just me. I think another wild theory is that they were gonna figure out Tal was gonna figure out a way to just randomly burst through the dimensional portal and come and take Doomsday home. One, Tal doesn't know Doomsday. 2, why would you take a mindless rampaging monster back to where you live? Mind you, they made this prediction in the penultimate episode. That's when this prediction came out, when he was literally a mindless monster. Why would you think that would work? Why would you purposely endanger a whole nother world with a rampaging beast? They just got over the whole Allie Austin stuff over there. Why would you send a rampaging beast? That's all I have to say about that one. You know what? While I was editing that video, I almost forgot. It's a few more. Really quickly. when Bitsy announced that there would be a special guest star, a lot of you all went insane with some of your requests. People were saying it's going to be Henry Cavill. People were saying that Barry, Kara, and Oliver were going to show up. People were saying Oliver was going to show up as the Spectre. Um, that one could have been plausible, but no. A lot of people were saying that Melissa Benoist was seen on set when that was just a weird rumor made up by some internet troll, and a lot of you all ran with it. Uh ah, yeah. The one that I did try to predict though was the fact that Bitsy did put on Twitter the other day and well all over social media that if you're a Grimm fan, you may want to pay close attention. So I did predict that her husband David would show up in the finale. But me personally, I said Bruce Wayne. That was kind of crazy. I mean, it was plausible. It would have been cool to see. But I was just spitballing. He has voiced Batman in a couple of projects. So I mean, why not? And even she went along with it, replying to some people all over Twitter. So, I guess that wasn't that bad of a guess, was it? You know what? Wait, before I go. A lot of y'all also were thoroughly confused by just certain scenes in the episode. Like in certain episodes, like the scene where Lex is watching the security footage when Bizarro leaves the cave to go meet with Lois because she used the little signal thingy. And a lot of you all said that he killed himself right there, even though the security footage is clearly before he went to meet Lois. And you all saw him eating. That was his lunch that he left behind. Yeah, now this is just turning into me just like just ragging on some of y'all stuff, and I'm sorry. Uh, it was just so many bad takes, so many bad takes, so many bad theories. Jesus, it was just bad all around. Okay, back to the video. Um, they also thought that another theory that I saw, another prediction was that one of the kids would die and give up their heart to their father. First they were going for Jordan, then they were going for John. My whole issue with that is, what is up with y'all trying to kill kids? They're 16. Yes, we got the jump scare with Jonathan, being knocked out and he wasn't breathing, but he was just knocked out. He just got blasted with the same thing that Lex blasted Bizarro with. He was knocked out. He was knocked out. But why would you all think that that was an option? Why would that be an option? Why would he take his kid's heart and put it in his body? Secondly, another insane one. Lois dies. Lois dies. Amanda knows where the heart is. The heart that's been sitting in a box for months, according to these people. It's been sitting in a box for months with no type of blood flow. And then they say you don't know how Kryptonian biology works. A heart still needs blood pumping through it to stay viable. Like, let's just be serious. It still needs blood. And a lot of people said, well, he had Milton. I wanted everybody to just forget about the heart stuff. Forget about the heart stuff. But they said they're going to put Superman's heart in Lois's body to bring Lois back. Now, what I will say is, I did not predict Lois dying in this finale. I did not predict Clark dying again in this finale. Not seriously anyway, even though I did put on Twitter yesterday that everybody dies. I was joking. But the way they were saying it is that Lois would die in present day. Like in the future, cool. She lived a long life. He lived a long life. But they were saying in present day, like that Lex kills her. Even though in the promo, we clearly see shots of them both being alive in the end. And that was my biggest thing. We have the promo images. We have the full-length finale trailer that shows them after everything. I mean, call me crazy, but like the whole Lois getting his heart thing was just, it was exhausting. It was very, very exhausting to hear a lot of these theories for the past couple weeks. It was very exhausting and annoying. And Lance, I mean, a lot of you may say, and Lance, why do you think you're a know-it-all? I don't. I'm just using logical thinking when it comes to these shows. I've always done it. I know the way that the CW operates. This show was more grounded than it was fantastical in the first place. It was a balance of both, a perfect balance of both. Half of these things just did not make sense whatsoever, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of insane ones. No matter what you think about how the show ended, or if any of your predictions did come true, a lot of mine did happen. I knew they were going to do a flash forward. I knew that the boys were going to get their suits. I'm so glad that the boys got the suits and the concept art was right. And I'm glad that we got to see John and Nat in their comic book accurate suits that we saw in that mural that we saw towards the end of the episode. We saw that in a set photo as well. So I'm glad that was left in there. I'm glad that we saw that. I'm glad that we got to see them grown up. I'm glad that Clark got a version of Krypto. I loved every minute of it, and I wouldn't take anything from it. A lot of people are saying that in the end, Lex still won. No, he didn't. You sound crazy. I'm sorry. I'm being respectful as possible, but that you're just nitpicking at this point. The ending to me and to a lot of other people was perfect. I'm not taking nothing away from it. I can't add nothing to it. But if you all heard some insane theories, please leave them in the comment section down below. Please like and share this video, and I'll catch you all next time.